Hey everyone, I'm back for another video, and this week I am doing my rewind for the week of July 8th through the 14th. And I am using this beautiful kit from Wild Summer Designs called Let's Get Away. And I just love the bright pops of colors in this kit. I've actually been hoarding it for a while, waiting for the right opportunity. And I think that this week was perfect as it was hella hot. It felt like I was in the rainforest, which I think is what this kit reminds me of. So for the bottom washi, I'm just using the strips from the kit as well as these bottom washi strips from the blanket planner. As you guys know, I PR for the blanket planner, so all of my information with the coupon codes included will be listed below, and as well as all of the shops that I mentioned in this spread will be listed there as well. And this is obviously in gold, and I just love the effect that it gives. A little balance between the bottom and top, as you'll see here later when I use my headers. This week I'm using some date covers from Rose Colored Days, and I've had these also for quite a while. These are in her little geode pattern, and they are in the jewel tone colorway and with gold foil. And I just really love these. You can't obviously use these with every spread because the pattern is a little different and unique, but I think it matched this pretty well. Let me know if you agree about the date covers, if this was a good choice. All right, here are the headers that I'll be using for the week. So there's little Miss Coco jumping and being a nuisance in her cuteness. So for the headers, I'm using matching chrome gold headers from Blanket Planner all across the top this week. And I will be doing the staggered kind of effect that you guys have seen me do for the bottom half with the other set of headers. I really like how, like I said, that these headers match the bottom washi. You don't get to do that often. All right, moving on to the sidebar. Sidebar is fairly standard this week. So I put down a quote box from the kit, and here I am just layering some bigger strips of washi to mark my headers that I'm going to be using foil with. I used a weekly box and a super small to-do list box from the kit. Then I put my goals box, which isn't really goals, it's more so my tracker for Instagram followers. And then I used some deco that I had from Sweet Tea Plans that matched the art in this kit perfectly. To be honest, the deco that came with this kit was just way too big. It's just not really feasible for an Erin Condren, maybe for a bullet journal or happy planner. And here I am putting in the scripts from Rose Colored Days for this week and to do. Now I'm going in and putting down the full boxes, and as I mentioned earlier, I am doing the staggered effect, but only with the bottom half of the spread, leaving the top half still, open for plans throughout the week. And I really like, how that really opens your spread without having that extreme uniformity with your full boxes like in one line, if that makes sense. And I think this is the last full box here. Yes. Okay, now I'm going in with those headers. Those are from ColourPop paper. They are in the color Lagoon, and I don't know if she's still open. Her website's still available. I haven't tried to buy anything, but I hope she's okay because she hasn't posted about any products in months. But these match the kit perfectly, so I had to use them, and I love all of the shine that they give off. They just match that aqua color just to the T. All right, now onto the plans. So Monday was quite ridiculous, to be honest. So we had a flash flood warning here in the DC area, and unfortunately with that, I had a flooded basement. So my house is only a little less than 2 years old, but there was just so much rain that it pretty much blew out my basement window, and all the water flooded into my house. So I used a Once More with Love Munchkin to mark that. Here I am just putting in some of these photo corners from Rory's Sweet Addiction in gold foil. And then now I'm using a box from My Newest Addiction to mark that we found 24 frogs in my house from this whole flooding situation. I guess when that window broke, there were a bunch of frogs waiting outside and they decided to come inside and take a vacation. So yeah, that was disgusting. I did mark that I went to McDonald's at the bottom of that page really quickly with an icon from the kit. And here I'm using my date dots from Art Box stickers to fill in the week. Oh, and by the way, that emoji head that I used to mark the frogs is from the Coffee Monsters Co. During all of this mess, I was able to edit my flip through that went live last week. Check that out if you haven't already done so. And I edited a plan with me as well. I believe that was my memory spread. And I used an icon from the kit to mark that. I didn't really have much else to put there because it was so, filled with basement crap that I just put in this quote that said, "I can and I will." And I used some of these stars from the Giving Girl to decorate around it to kind of liven it up a little bit. On to Tuesday, I had quite a busy day at the home office, so I used this laptop sticker from Wild Summer Designs to mark that I had a ton of emails to respond to. And during my lunch break, I did have some time to film my video, Plan With Me video, which was my memory spread, as well as edit a video. And I used scripts from Letters to Apollo. Moving back towards the top, I marked that I went to dinner at Legginz. If you're not familiar, Legginz is a specialty grocery store and they have an amazing hot bar. And so I decided to get dinner there, which if I could do that every day of the week, I would, but it's a good 35 minutes away from my house, so not very feasible. I used a heart from Clever Gal Crafts from the Dorothy colorway, and then I used a grocery shop script to mark that while I was at Wegmans, I got some shopping done from KPL Plans. I also watched Girls Incarcerated, which is a show on Netflix, and I marked that with a Bubba Bear Studios exclamation point bear. All right, on to Wednesday. I definitely slept in a little bit more than normal, so I marked that with a Rory's Sweet Addiction pillow. And then I had some Happy Mail to drop off, so I went to the post office and I used another gold box from My Newest Addiction, as well as that post office box from Plans with Vanessa. That evening, I did go to dinner with two of my friends at this place called Redstone, and it was so good. I used that icon from, I believe that's from Nicole Hutch Designs. I also had a YouTube binge, and I used that icon or script/icon from Arctic Paper Studio. And then my new Happy Planner, which was the neutral one, I believe, arrived in the mail. So I wanted to mark that with an icon from the Sticker Party. And here I am just marking in some of the highlights from the first half of the week. All right, now I'm going back in with some of these photo corners, but I decided to only do the photo corners on the boxes that had a subject rather than just a pattern. And I really like how that turned out. As you guys know, I'm not a huge fan of glossy overlays on matte kits, but I think that this is just a little bit, so it's not taking up the full box, which is totally fine with me. All right, now I'm using a flag from the kit to mark that I had to order some flowers. One of our neighbors was sick, so I was in charge of getting her some Get Well flowers. So I marked that, and then I also put the weekend banner down. That's from the kit. Next, I had to head over to a lunch meeting with one of our partners at this place called Earl's. You guys have heard me talk about that place. It's so good. And any of my Canadian followers, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about because it's a Canadian chain. And that box is from Chic Street Sticker Boutique. All right, then I marked that I had my very first official work discovery call, and I used a box from Rory's Sweet Addiction and another heart from Clever Gal Crafts. And then my flip went live this day, so I used another script from Letters to Apollo to mark that. I had quite a bit of other things that I wanted to mark, so I decided to put them in a checklist, which is from, I want to say, Little Miss Paperie. So I stopped by Sephora, got some things from Lush, and of course had to get a Cinnabon because it had been months since I'd had one. And that little shopping bag is from Little Paper Prints. All right, moving on to Friday, I exchanged the litter. So I used a little scooper pooper icon from the Smush Peach. And I also decided to get my car detailed that day, which was the best idea ever because it looks so much better now. I have a white car, so when it's dirty, you can definitely tell. And I used a car sticker from Adorably Amy Designs. All right, coming down to the bottom, I marked that I had a date that night. Oop, before I do that, I did get my nails done, sorry. And I really like how they turned out. As you can see in the video, there was a nail switch from that like nude color brown to this nude pink. And I really like how they turned out. Now on to the date portion. So I used an icon from the Fox and Pip to mark that I got drinks and went to dinner at this place called Brio. And then we got some more drinks at this place called Earl's. Again, Earl's, the same place I mentioned before. All right, heading back to the top of the page, I used another flag from the kit to mark that I went to Popeyes, and I used a drumstick sticker from Hey Soul Sticker. And I really love Popeyes. It's like one of my guilty pleasures, not even gonna lie. Next, I went to Old Navy to pick up some shorts. They were having a sale, so decided to grab some fleece shorts as well as some jean shorts. I didn't even try them on in store, but luckily they fit. All right, on to the weekend. So I was able to sleep in a little bit, and I used another one of those icons from Rory's Sweet Addiction. And once I did wake up, I did a crap ton of online shopping. So I used that sticker from Simply Me Kish to mark that it was an add to cart kind of day. And I used a heart from the kit to mark that I went to Michael's and picked up a planner cart finally. But I didn't like that those two things had cart right next to each other, so I moved the Simply Me Kish icon down. Then I am marking that I went to the casino that night, played a little blackjack. I didn't really have a great night, but you know, it's still fun. And that icon was from Sweet Ava's Paper. And then once I did get home, I made some dinner, which I hadn't cooked in so long. And I used an icon from the sticker party to mark that. All right, last day. So Sunday was my friend Ollie's birthday birthday brunch. So we went to this place called Medium Rare, and I used this really cute steak sticker from Hey Soul Sticker. And I marked that we went to this place called Medium Rare. It is so delicious, but they are known for their steak and frites. Then once I got home, I did some editing and uploaded my plan with me hella late. I apologize for that. But you know, sometimes life happens, and YouTube isn't a full-time job. It's only a job if you make it a job, right? So I try my best to be consistent, and I've been doing a good job of that with the days, but sometimes the time is a little off, so we're just gonna roll with it. So that icon was from Rose Colored Days, and those scripts were from Avenue K. Went to the casino again that night, so used another one of those icons, but while we were there, we got some Italian food, and I got lasagna, which was fabulous. And here I'm going back up to mark that before we went to the casino, after the brunch, we hung out at Ollie's house, which was cool, but kind of scary, because he lives in DC, and we definitely saw this man pretty much OD on the side of the street, like on the sidewalk. The ambulance came and everything, and just really scary. So like, don't do drugs, guys. It's bad for you. Don't want to end up like that guy. And then so I used an asterisk from Sticker Party to mark that. And then back down to the lasagna, I used a icon from Ruby Trev. Here we have a Viv Wiggle, and you get to see the rest of the kit that I did not use. So I used quite a bit actually from this kit. I have a couple boxes left and some habit trackers and things like that, but for the most part I used most of the kit. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and have a good rest of the day.